Everyone is waiting for the new CS2 Armory update, and the CS2 Armory skins are getting oversupplied. Last time we talked about this Max 7 copper coated in the factory new condition from the Anubis Collection. It has been worth around like what, 9 to 10 euros, somewhere in that area, and ever since it has already risen up to 21 euros up on the Steam community market. In my opinion, it was a great play. If you have profited on this skin, it could be a great opportunity to sell. But in my opinion, I would be still holding the skin just because I will be breaking down why. Definitely stay tuned. Because, for example, compared to some of the Armory items, let's compare it, for example, to the LongDog. Obviously, the LongDog is one of the rarest skins from this whole Armory because it's a red skin and it's very hard to hit it, right? I mean, I think a lot of people will be debating if it's a great looking skin or if it's actually a bad looking skin. But apart from that, for example, if we take a look at the AWP LongDog supply from factory new all the way down to battle scut, it is exactly 32,900, let's say 33,000 right now. So this sounds not a lot. But if you compare it to a Mil-Spec skin in the factory new condition from the Anubis Collection, you'll be shocked, I think. The total supply of the copper coated in the factory new condition is only 23,000. It's less than the LongDog, and this is a Mil-Spec skin. So I think the skins from the Anubis Collection in the factory new condition have a lot of potential because actually no one was investing into them. And most of the people that have these skins have probably unboxed them from the packages. So the supply won't be actually increasing by a lot because these are like packages, right? It is kind of hard to hit some of the skins inside. I mean, in my opinion, the AK-47 headshot is looking absolutely beautiful. It's from the Revolution collection, one of my most favorite cases from the active drop pool right now, because it's so cheap. It has such nice gloves inside and also the skins like this AK-47 headshot, which has been dropping in price in the last month actually. You can actually barely notice it up on the graphs, but this skin has declined like almost 10 euros in price, so I think it's definitely a great opportunity to go ahead and grab these. I'm talking about the field tested condition. Obviously the conditions up on these are super expensive because at the end of the day these skins will be used up for trade-ups for some nice gloves in the future. So picking up some better conditions is always better. I just wanted to mention the field tested condition because you can also snipe some nice floats with some buy orders. Are you tired of super expensive steams up on the community market and you want to buy some new ones? Up on Skinland you have the best possible market prices for these skins, no hidden commissions, a 24/7 service, 100% safe, and you get immediate payouts. Skinland also pays out instantly, so you don't have to wait for your balance to arrive. Ever since the latest Valve update, you can still trade your skins here and legends trade here. Skinland is the official partner of Vitality. The best work with the best, even Vitality chooses Skinland. And if you want to sell your skins, here's a bonus for you. If you use my promo code RubyJetski, you get $10 for free if you sell your skins for $100. And thank you Skinland for sponsoring this video. And also I'm currently doing the Desert Eagle Serpent Strike giveaway. If you want to participate and win this skin, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up on this video, comment something down below, and make sure that your Steam trade link is in your YouTube description so I can see it and send you the skin if you win. I wish to all of you the best of luck, and let's get right into the next investment on our list. Also, I just unboxed this Glock 18 Greenland in the Battle Scout condition, which is 0.98. It's absolutely insane. I mean, it's such a bad float. It looks absolutely insane. And the craziest part is it almost has no scratches up on it. It just looks a little bit rusty. To be honest, I would not suggest spending your Armory stars right now because with every day that we have no new Armory update, prices of certain skins are declining, and I think next week, the upcoming week, we'll finally have some new collections here and you'll be able to spend your Armory stars. This is always very risky. I do not suggest spending your Armory stars upon this because at the end of the day you will get nothing. Ooh, nice farmers. 2A to F from the Train 2025 collections, looking kinda clean. No, actually minimal wear in 0.073. It was so close to being factory new, and as you can see it still looked like field tested in my opinion. But a pretty decent float if you ask me. And obviously in the past I've been mentioning the AK-47 Aphrodite to be exact in the factory new condition. This skin has absolutely exploded in price. It has beaten all the odds. This is actually one of the most profitable things in the Armory. At the end of the day you still need to get lucky in order to hit this skin in the factory new condition. But if you do, you get almost like 800 euros, which is absolutely insane. It has been only rising in price since not a lot of people are redeeming the Armory stars for it. And the chances to get it in the factory new condition are obviously not that high, as you understand. And most people get it in the field tested condition, which is worth only like 20 euros, so almost nothing. You even lose money upon it. So I think in the future the factory new condition will be still holding up the value. I mean, it is getting discontinued very soon from the current Armory in just 57 days, less than 2 months. I do see the potential. I might spend some Armory stars up on it when it gets closer to the discontinuation. I will have to see where the prices go. Ever since the Fever case has seen all-time lows, obviously the price has finally rebounded and is looking upwards. This case is not gonna explode overnight or anything like that because it hasn't even been announced discontinued, but there's definitely rumors and speculations going on about this case. What if Valve actually never removes it from the Armory, for example? What if it's gonna be the only case that's gonna be in the Armory? Is there actually a new case coming to the game? And all these factors are gonna make the difference up on the price. I think down the line it's definitely gonna rise since the supply is there, the demand is there, everything is fine. Obviously if the supply is gonna be huge, it's gonna take maybe a little bit longer for the price to rise. But if you're investing and you're taking it seriously, I think your investments should always be long term, and you put these Fever cases into your storage unit. And if you have already some Fever cases, you can definitely dollar buy and buy maybe some more of these cases because the price went down. Obviously on third-party websites the prices are even juicier. The demand is still there after such a long time in the Armory. It's still one of the better cases in the game. We're buying the dips here, and the sell orders are definitely hitting. That's why the price is currently rising for this case. I can see this case up on the discontinuation reaching like easily 2 euros, but that's at least my prediction, and up until that point it's gonna be a while. So up until that, let's take some more Fever cases. Also, speaking of cases, the CS20 case, one of the most underrated cases in the game because it has the classic knives inside, is currently almost reaching new all-time highs. Obviously, this case was never really desirable. Previously, we've been already at 2 euros before, but we're getting very close to reaching these 2 euros again up on the Steam community market. The buy orders are here. I think the case can still rise even more in price. There's only like 10,000 listings up on the Steam community market, which is not a lot. 780 buy requests, which is also not that many to be honest for a case. But I think in the future, when the demand picks up, I think the prices could be rising even more in price. I don't think that the classic knife will be rising by a lot in price, but I do think that some of the classic knife finishes have a lot of potential just because not a lot of people are talking about them, just like the cookery knives. I think both of these knives have a long-term future. The Scout 20 blueprint in the faction new condition from the Spectrum collection is in my opinion still a great pickup. I'm talking about these skins quite often just because I'm very bullish upon them, and I do believe in the near future they do have a lot of potential. As you can see, someone said already 42 buy orders from €1.87. He's preparing himself, and on third-party websites you can go ahead and buy yourself these skins even cheaper than this guy. So I think if you prepare yourself, in the future these skins could rise even more in price. Obviously over the short time this skin has risen a lot, but I think it's not gonna stop here. We all remember the USP Black Lotus from the Operation Riptide collection. This one is in the faction new condition, and back in the day I remember these skins being super cheap. I mean, it's absolutely insane if we look up on the graph right now. This skin has been worth like 5 to 8 euros in the past, close to the 10 euro mark, and ever since we've exploded to like new all-time highs. It's absolutely insane. In the past week this skin has also went up from like 40 euros all the way up to 56, somewhere in that area. The cheapest buy request is right now at 55 euros. I mean, these skins are really limited, and since the case itself, the Operation Riptide case, is super expensive, I think these skins do have a lot of potential, and if you've invested into them, you can definitely gain some profits right now. And I think in the future it's actually not gonna stop because the collection is super limited. There's not a lot of faction new skins out there, and they do have a lot of potential in my opinion. It's around like 41,000. And as always, Epidemic owns the #1 float up on it, which he's selling I guess right now for 4k, which is kinda insane. Go ahead and don't buy it, I'm joking. So I think down the line the supply will be only decreasing. Obviously no one is gonna use these low floats in the trade up. I mean, maybe some other YouTubers would do like Sparkles, but I guess no normal person is gonna use these in trade ups. That's at least my own opinion up on it. And if you're interested in other CS2 investment videos, definitely go ahead and watch my other videos.